Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to focus on approved detailing. We're going to focus on G-Wagons and also why G-Wagons are so hard to PPF. They're one of the worst cars that we work on, but of course being in the UAE, one of the most frequent cars we work on as well. So we've got one in the washing facility at the moment, just going through its PPF as well. And it's a colour that I've actually never seen on a G-Wagon. Can you guess what it is? Put your answer in the comments below. Niraz? Any idea? What colour is this?
Well, if it's not black, it's the wrong color anyway.
Interesting. And let's go up here and see. So I have 3 candidates in. Where are you going? Come back. I have 3 candidates who are so rudely walking off on the game show today. What colour do you think the G-Wagon is in the back, Jen?
Is it a blue one?
Blue? Shakir?
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Maybe. Rama?
Pink.
You think pink? Let's go and see it, shall we? Okay guys, so now we're with the car itself. Any more guesses? You have any idea? Is it black? Is it green? Is it purple? Is it orange? It's none of those. Shall we give you a clue? Come on. Recognize him? Let's do the color. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so whilst Pikachu is nice and comfy inside, why did I say that a G-Wagon is one of the worst cars we work on? Well, actually, there's a number of different reasons. One of them is the sheer amount of curves and edges they have, and then in turn, the amount of material used as well. If you look at this versus like a Range Rover Vogue, for example, you may think they're a similar sized car, but when it comes to paint protection film, a Range Rover Vogue or something similar uses maybe about 24, 25 square meters of PPF. Any ideas how much this uses? It uses maybe about 31, 32 square meters. So that is a whole lot more of material on a similar sized car. You know, there's so many different parts to the PPF as well. Have to double check and see exactly how many PPF pieces there are on a G-Wagon. Okay, so as we're going to show you more shortly in the video, we're not actually removing any parts or badges or anything on the car, although sometimes this is a little bit flexible. Also, everything should be pre-cut, but also again, sometimes we're a bit more flexible with that for different reasons. Like for example, you have these kind of headlight surrounds here. They're pre-cut, but we actually do them manual just because the amount of stretching and manipulation, let me speak properly there, that you get on these parts is quite a bit to get that kind of like the perfect sitting. So actually we extend the area and cut it manually just so we can get it stretched and then it will look the best. We also do the same with the bonnet on this car as well. And then also we remove sometimes some small plastic trims. That is because we can actually push the PPF deeper inside and extend the template to get more coverage than if we didn't do that. And then as standard, we do remove the fuel cap as well, and the reason for that is because if you think about if the fuel cap was sticking out here, how would we get a pre-cut piece of PPF over that without stretching the hole? So that's why we remove that there. But other than that, we're not taking off any more badges, door handles, panels, things like this. Sometimes we do remove the badges. As you can see, I don't know if you can see up close here, we haven't removed the badges on this car. I don't know if you can see those edges on camera. Might be a bit difficult. They've not been fully settled and maybe trimmed a little bit now. But the reason we don't always remove them on a G-Wagon unless a client asks is quite often on a Mercedes. You get like the V8 bi-turbo here, for example. Actually, if we push this little bit here, see it's moving? That's from factory. So it's kind of weak in the first place in factory just because it's a tiny little piece and not much surface area to stick. So we prefer to leave those, although we would remove them and place them back on if a client wanted them. If we really wanted to do that well, I'd actually reorder new badges just because they'll have the factory sticking on them. We can stick our own tape on them, but it's not going to be as good as if it's done properly in a factory, of course, because it's done manually by hand. So yeah, so that's where we're looking at on the G63. So in terms of the edges that we were speaking about earlier, it's so much harder to actually apply the PPF and get it to sit properly, but we have made some modifications to the template which we've kind of learned over time, having several G-Wagons that we've all worked on over the years as well. So for example, the original templates, when kind of the newest generation G-Wagon, we first started working on that, actually there was a seam here on the original template. We delete that and it's one door now. So we kind of delete as many seams as possible, but on a car like a G-Wagon, there will be a couple of small seams just because of the nature of the car. Hi Ramon, how are you? Good? How's this car?
Good, ma'am.
Is a G-Wagon your favourite car to work on?
Yes, ma'am.
It is? Why do you like it so much?
Because it's hard.
Because it's hard. Just take that, everyone. Ramon likes the challenge. That's why he's so good at his job. And then can I just pop this shut here a second, Ramon? So I don't know if we've put all the PPF on yet. See here. You can't quite see, but there is some seams here as well, because if you see this part on the car, don't get too close, it's not finished yet. You will see this is all one big area. So again, absolutely impossible to not do with any seams at all. So we do have to have a couple of little cuts there. We do our best to kind of close them and hide them as much as possible. So let's go and have a look at the design room and what the templates look like. Pikachu, you're doing a very good idea of the design there. So as you guys know, everything we do is pre-cut where possible. So we try not to remove any badges, any panels, anything like this. And this is the template here for the G-Wagon. So you can see here, this is one side of the car. So you can see the two doors here, and also then small parts like, what is that? The fuel cap. Maybe this is a part of the bumper, something. Is it? What's this part?
Rear bumper.
So a part of the rear bumper, I think, on the corner. So no part is left uncovered, at least where not possible as well. Actually, another thing as well on the modern G-Wagons, we can actually do PPF on the ball guards as well. But the template doesn't always exist on there because it's not really, PPF isn't really meant to go all the way around in like a tube shape. However, clients still asking for that, so we do it manually to get the best fitment, to get it as round as possible. So guys, there you have it. Today we've explained all about how just complicated a G-Wagon is, but it's one of the most common cars we do, so don't worry, we do it well. And also, we've seen a yellow G-Wagon, which personally I've never actually seen. So from me and Pikachu, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.